Everything seemed ordinary that night at one of London's most prestigious restaurants. Wealthy businessmen, media stars, and renowned chefs were all enjoying their dinner in the exquisite atmosphere of Henry's Michelin-starred restaurant. However, that night, something unexpected was about to happen. When Benedict Cumberbatch walked into one of London's finest restaurants dressed in simple attire, no one realized that he was a world-famous actor. The restaurant's dim lighting, elegant tables adorned with crystal chandeliers, and the soft jazz music playing in the background all emphasized the establishment's prestige. But Benedict, who was deliberately keeping his identity hidden and acting like an ordinary customer, would soon find himself in an unexpected situation when a young and arrogant waiter tried to belittle him. That waiter had no idea he was making the biggest mistake of his life, at least not until the owner of the restaurant got involved. Benedict took a seat in a quiet corner of the restaurant. He was dressed in a simple brown coat, straight-cut trousers, and a classic shirt. People were used to seeing him in tuxedos at gala nights, so no one could recognize him in such casual attire. And that was exactly his intention. Away from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, he enjoyed observing how real people behaved. However, the young waitress, Emma, was used to catering to high-profile guests. And when she saw Benedict, she gave him a condescending look. She assumed he was just another broke tourist and immediately approached him with the intention of escorting him out. In a low but mocking tone, Emma asked, "How may I help you, sir?" Benedict smiled politely. "I'd just like to have a simple dinner. Is there anything you'd recommend?" Emma glanced at the well-dressed customers around her and pursed her lips. "Sir, our restaurant is quite exclusive, and our menu consists of fine dining selections meant for refined palates." Benedict sighed. He had encountered this kind of situation before. People were often quick to judge based on appearances. But then Emma took it a step further. She raised an eyebrow and added, "And our guests tend to dress accordingly. Perhaps I can recommend a more affordable place for you. There are plenty of budget-friendly restaurants in the city center." The other restaurant staff overheard the conversation and rolled their eyes. Unlike Emma, who was new, they recognized Benedict instantly, but she was making the mistake of judging him solely by his appearance. Benedict simply responded with a small smile. "I haven't had a chance to look at the menu yet. May I?" He calmly took the menu from Emma's hand and, without hesitation, ordered the most expensive dish. "I think I'll stay," he said, unfazed. Emma felt annoyed inside but forced a professional smile. "Of course, sir," she said, taking his order before walking away, muttering under her breath. Just then, the restaurant owner, Henry, walked in. Henry had been a close friend of Benedict's for years and had shared his restaurant with many celebrity friends since taking over. As he scanned the room, his eyes landed on Benedict, and a big smile spread across his face. "Well, look who we have here," Henry called out. The entire dining hall turned their attention toward them. Henry walked over and embraced Benedict warmly. "My friend, I'm surprised you came without telling me. I hope our service has been to your satisfaction." Emma's face turned bright red. A wave of panic washed over her as she realized she had just disrespected the wrong person. Benedict smiled slightly. "It's been interesting," he said, glancing briefly at Emma. Henry noticed the uneasiness in Emma's demeanor and quickly understood what had happened. "Is there a problem?" Henry asked, his expression turning serious. Emma tried to say something, but the words caught in her throat. Benedict stepped in to lighten the mood. "It seems this young lady is quite accustomed to serving only customers who fit the restaurant's prestigious standards," he said with a chuckle. "Apparently, I didn't seem important enough." Henry's face darkened. "Do you realize what you've done?" he asked, his voice firm. Benedict, ever the gentleman, attempted to diffuse the situation. "It's okay, Henry. Everyone makes mistakes," he said with a reassuring smile. But Henry disagreed. "No, Ben, there's no room for disrespect in my restaurant, especially toward my friends." He then turned to Emma and said, "Emma, we have only one rule here. Every guest is treated with respect. This restaurant isn't about showing off luxury. It's about giving people an unforgettable experience." Emma lowered her gaze in shame. "I'm really sorry. I didn't know who you were." Benedict gently nodded. "That's not the point. I just want you to take this as a lesson. Judging people based on their clothes or outward appearance is a serious mistake. What truly matters is treating everyone with respect, regardless of who they are." Emma looked down in embarrassment as Henry took a deep breath and turned back to her. "Do you want to continue working here?" he asked. Emma quietly responded, "Yes." Henry nodded. "If you want to stay, you need to understand what true hospitality means. Great people aren't defined by how they look, but by what they do. I hope you learn that. and your first lesson will be to serve Benedict's meal with the best service possible." Emma quickly nodded and hurried away. The other waiters who had been watching the situation unfold admired Henry's leadership. Benedict, once again, was reminded of how easily people misjudge others based on appearances. He slowly enjoyed his meal, appreciating the warm atmosphere of the restaurant. This incident became an unforgettable lesson for Emma and the rest of the staff. Benedict Cumberbatch, even when stepping away from the grandeur of Hollywood, simply wanted to see how people would treat him as an ordinary person. Emma had made a mistake, but perhaps this experience would be the turning point in her life. Have you ever been misjudged because of your appearance or a first impression? If so, how did you react? Share your story in the comments. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more. See you in the next video.